What do we have here? That's right, looks like a clutch of ball pythons. Go ahead and roll that egg song. No, not that egg song, the other egg song. That's better. This is actually a beautiful pastel yellow belly female on a clutch of eggs, and she was bred to a Lemon Blast Extreme gene entry. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's go ahead and get an egg box set up. And again, she was bred to this wonderful, beautiful male, which is, again, is a Lemon Blast Extreme Gene Enchi. Absolutely wonderful. So we can get super pastel pinstripe Enchi.
Interaction of magneto-reluctance and capacitive direction.
Yellow bellies, all kinds of stuff. All I know is they're going to be absolutely beautiful. What do you say we get this female and see how many eggs she has? And I tell you what, it looks like an absolutely gorgeous clutch. Mama, you did so good. Way to go, Mama. I tell you what, after those last two kind of terrible clutches, I was a little bit concerned. So it's so good to see white, beautiful eggs. Look at that. Woo, Doggy. I tell you what, Mama, you gonna be good? Oh, she's being such a sweetheart. So many of the females this year have been like wanting to bite my face off, but this girl is amazing. And look at how many eggs that girl has. She's probably only about 1,500 grams. Absolutely wonderful. And listen, I've told you guys before that we always kind of wash them up and give them a little bit of a wash. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do with this girl as soon as I'm done with these eggs. But for now, let's go ahead and get these eggs over here. Just get them off the paper real quick. It's okay, Mom, you did great. Oh, and look, there is one little slugger in the bottom there. Oh my gosh, wouldn't you know it, one little slugger. So hey, Amanda's gonna get a little feast today. But she had 2, 4, 6, 7 beautiful eggs and one little slugger. Gosh, I tell you, that one little slugger is a bummer. But hey, I'm excited about the fact that she had such a beautiful clutch. So let's go ahead, get these eggs set up, and then I'll show you what I do to clean her up. So because a bunch of people asked about what do I do when I mean cleaning the animals up, the first thing obviously we're going to do is clean the cage because there's actually residue from the clutch down here. Now if she's smelling those eggs, she could potentially want to coil around them, right? And that's her maternal instinct. So what I want to do is get all the egg smell out of the enclosure itself. Then I'm going to actually take over the actual snake itself and just kind of wash her off, maybe a little soap even, get all that egg residue off. So let's go ahead and get this cage cleaned up and we'll head over to the sink.
Our mangrove snake just shed out, and what's really cool is he's not a regular mangrove snake. This is our multi-cincta. He is looking fantastic. So what's different about these guys versus the regular mangrove snakes is these guys have twice as many bands and actually go all the way around, and they'll keep these bands their entire life versus the gemi-cincta we have next door, the multicolored one, which will lose all the color and go jet black. But how awesome is it that he shed out in one complete piece with the head, the tail, everything. Just look at him go.
So the first thing I want to do is make sure that the water is warm, not hot, not cold, and I'm just going to basically just put her down. I'm going to wash her all up with this water and stuff like that, and sometimes I'll even take a little soap and just kind of rub her down just a little bit, getting all that egg smell off of her, and then ultimately we'll just dry her up, put her back in her cage, and that is it. Now she should be ready to feed here relatively quickly. Again, what will happen is if you don't wash your animal up and wash the cage up, sometimes they'll stay off of food for up to 60 days, whereas when you wash them up and get them all set and ready to go, a lot of times they'll go on to food literally within a week. So there's your little healthy breeder tip. You know, and ooh, Doggy, what a way to start the day, and welcome to the vlog, Reptile Army. I hope the start of your day is absolutely incredible. These are some of our New Caledonia geckos. I cannot wait to get that room done. We're literally just waiting on ZoomEd, sent us all of the equipment for it, so it's super exciting there. Of course, we've got to build the racks and stuff like that, so Jessica's going to be so happy to get them out of tubs like this, so hopefully that's going to happen in the next week or two, and that room should be wrapped up. It's going to be absolutely incredible, so I can't wait to show you what we have in mind. Hey, Jerry, what's up? Hey, Chopsticks, what's going on, bud? Remember we talking about this rack and how there's big changes coming to this one? I think tomorrow we're actually supposed to get the new enclosures, and I'm going to be doing some demo on this. If everything goes well, tomorrow is the day. I'm pretty excited, and this entire rack is going to look really different. I cannot wait, but again, don't know, maybe tomorrow. Stay tuned. You know, Machino, the Machino reticulated python, looks beautiful even when he's in shed. So this is as ugly as he's going to get, and he's still a stunner. So Lori, where we at? We got eggs yet?
No, not yet, but probably pretty soon.
Really? You got any females that have shed yet, or no?
No, I don't have any that I have marked yet, so.
Okay, good. So basically what happens is after a snake sheds, 7 to 10 days later, eggs, all these little pink stickers are very pretty. What did you do that? That's very nice.
Those are my male tags.
Okay, they're very nice. Why pink though?
Because it's what I had.
That's what you had? Okay. All right, well, normally egg tags are pink, so now I'm going to be confused.
Well, maybe I'll collect eggs then. I won't
No,
be confused.
no, I get to collect eggs.
Oh, really? 'Cause I do all the work.
No, I do the work of collecting eggs.
No, we're going to change that up this year.
Oh, I can't. You can't. Let me know in the comments.
Tell down below in the comments if you would prefer that. All right? I'm curious.
Would you rather have the enthusiastic me or Lori?
Yeah. I'm curious. Curious minds want to know.
All right, we'll take a poll down in the comments. Hey, don't forget you go to the reptarium.com and you can get your coloring book for only $10. If you'll go ahead and color it, tag me at SnakeBitesTV on Instagram. I'll share my favorite ones, and the real good ones, I may even send you guys a care package. So I get a call last night from Jay the Edutainer, and guess what he says? He says, Brian, Salt and Pepper's tank is leaking again. Now you guys remember, I've had a little bit of problem with this tank, right? Like, here's some old clips of that. Well, guys, we have a leak. Disaster. I mean, I come in one day and one of these things busts or something goes on, and there's going to be hundreds of gallons of water on the floors. So obviously when he calls, I'm freaking out, right? I'm like, where is it leaking? What is going on? Well, apparently he said right back here it was leaking. There was a towel with some water over here. So I came in this morning thinking, oh my gosh, what disaster am I going to come into? The fact is that I don't see any water at all. So I have a feeling what happened was that Salt might have jumped up on here, and right in this here, right here, it's not exactly sealed, and she can actually get water on the ground. I don't see any other problems, or hey, maybe there's going to be issues down the road, but whew, I tell you what, crisis diverted. I was stressing out all night last night. I almost drove all the way here last night just to see, but he said it wasn't that bad. But whew, I'm glad that's one thing I don't have to worry about. Remember a while ago I got those albino Applegate gopher snakes? Well, here they are now that they've gotten a little bit more size to them. Again, these will get about 5 to 6 foot long. They're a really cool snake from San Diego. Just absolutely wonderful. And Bob Applegate was a legendary breeder way back in the 80s and 90s, and he named them after himself because he was the first one to actually produce them. Still sought after so much. Hardly ever see these guys, and I tell you what, they are absolutely rippers. Whew, Doggy, look at this snake right here. I tell you what, I love this enclosure. I've said it a ton of times. Of course, this is Sunfire. She is absolutely incredible, but I love the fact that she's always climbing. She's always up on this branches and stuff like that. She looks absolutely breathtaking. Remember when I got Perdita and how she was pure white? Just a white reticulated python, and then slowly she's gotten all these dots on her, and look at her. She's like, Dad, what are you doing? She's just coming up to me. You are such a good girl. I love you so much. You do wonder, though, you know, that she's gotten so dark. Now she's really more like a black snake with white dots as opposed to a white snake with black dots. You do wonder, what's she going to look like in a year or so? But isn't this awesome to see a snake like this? Again, this is what I talk about all the time, about breaking that stereotype of snakes. She's not crawling away from me. She's crawling right up to me like, hey Dad, what's going on? What an absolutely amazing animal. I've really been breeding colubrids the longest out of anything, really. I mean, I had some pythons in the early days, but for the most part, colubrid breeding is where I've been, right? So I've had a lot of animals that have retired because obviously it's been 33 years. I think it's our 34th year of breeding, and Lori had told me these girls are starting to really swell up. This is a Mexican Black King right here. You can see she's just starting to go opaque, and she is full of eggs. So this is her pre-lay shed, which means that she'll probably shed out in 3 or 4 days, and then after that, 7 to 10 days. So we're literally just over a week away from having eggs. But like I said, I've seen plenty of animals in my colubrid colony just get to the point where they actually are old and have to retire, and it's always a bummer. There's no doubt about that. But the good news with Fetty, at least, is that he's going to be able to get spoiled for the next couple years because my office elf always does a lot of spoiling to my animals. As a matter of fact, Speedy, my tortoise, I don't even know if he's going to want to go back home in my backyard because he has been so spoiled this winter. Nevertheless, look at this female coral snow right here, the pink in her, and she is swollen up with eggs for sure. So it is really cool to see so many animals looking so good down here. Like I mentioned, I think 7, maybe 10 days from now, we're going to have our first colubrid eggs, and that means what? That's right, roll the song. Lubasuku's sitting back here, definitely going to soak her up a little bit because, you know, monitors shed in pieces. Sometimes it can take weeks for them to actually shed out, but she definitely looks like she needs a little cosmetic soaking for sure. Now, the interesting thing I've got to ask you guys about this is that, you know, obviously Lubasuku is, for what we know, the only black Nile monitor, melanistic Nile monitor from Africa, obviously, and she's a female. Of course, Chicken Strip is the only albino male, or albino monitor for that matter, and he's a male. And of course, they're probably right at that size where next year I can try to breed these guys. But that brings me to a little bit of a dilemma. She's a pretty big girl, so she's probably going to have anywhere from, 10 to 15 eggs, something like that. And they'll lay like every 4 months. Now, they'll be double het for albino, melanistic. Essentially, snows is the actual end product if you get this 1 in 16 odds. But the fact is that, think about that. In 1 year, she could potentially have 30 to 50 babies. I'm going to have to raise up all of those baby Nile monitors. And then, of course, the following year, I'll breed them again and maybe there might be a time where I have 100 Nile monitors that are all going to need big cages. But I really want to see this breeding project through. And I do wonder, Nile monitors are known for being a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more kind of attitude, right? But the fact is that they haven't really been captive bred much. The majority of the babies you see are really imported from Africa. So I'm wondering if, just like water monitors, the more we breed them, the tamer they become. Wouldn't it be cool? But that being said, I'm going to need an entire building just for this project if things go well. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a smart idea, or should I just not even breed them, or if I breed them, should I sell off the babies? I'm not sure. I think I want to see the project through. Ooh, Doggy, look at how beautiful Fruit Loop looks. I mean, that is just amazing. Panther chameleons are so cool. And of course, we have 4 panthers, but I think I need more, right? Because they're just so cool. And there's so many localities, and each locality is completely different. I tell you what, I love them. They're my favorite of all the chameleons, to be totally honest with you. That being said, I wouldn't mind adding a couple other species of chameleons when we do the expansion. Just, different size chameleons, colors, stuff like that. But wow, I just walked by and Fruit Loops totally blew me away.
Doing some work with Drogo here. He actually has been doing really good. The bonding process has been going amazing. So I'm not sure if you guys knew, but we actually use this blanket here to protect us in case he ever did try to bite us or anything while we're holding him. And lately I've been holding him with no blanket. So yeah, let's just get rid of that. And he honestly, he's been doing phenomenal. As you guys can see, he just likes to hang out. He likes to look around. So yeah, let's walk around the reptarium a bit.
Every time I see this snake, it blows me away. Of course, my friend Lindsay actually gave it to us. This is a Boega dendrophilia multicincta, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. So again, kind of like a mangrove snake, but with a lot more banding and just absolutely stunning. I mean, I am blown away by this animal. Love it to death. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor. Right over on this side, you can actually hit a playlist, hit a couple of those videos. On this side, please subscribe to this vlog channel, turn those post notifications on. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.